Hello dear students, I hope you all are doing well at home. Today we will be learning on the topic that is ratio and proportions. So today, before we start straight away into exercises, first let us understand what is a ratio and proportions. So first we will go to a ratio, okay? So ratio is a way to show a relationship, or it is used to compare things of the same type, or it is used to compare parts against another part of the same type. Okay, so let's take an example for the ratio. So for this ratio, I'm going to take an example of a pizza. Okay, I bought this pizza and I divided this pizza into 5 parts. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What I did was I shared this pizza with my friend. So out of this 5 pizza, 2 parts of the pizza was eaten by my friend and the remaining 3 parts was eaten by me. Okay? Was eaten by me. So how do I write in ratio? Ratio, it says that it is used to compare parts against another part. So out of 5 parts, 2 parts was eaten by my friend. So I'm going to write as 2 is 2. So for ratio we use this 2 dot, that is we call it is 2, okay? 2 is 2, it says parts again another part, so the remaining 3 parts was eaten by me, so I'm going to write as 3, that is 2 is to 3. So how do I read? That is 2 parts out of 5 parts, total 2 plus 3, that is 5, right? Out of total 5 parts, 2 parts was eaten by my friend and 3 parts was eaten by me. So that's how we compare parts against another part. So instead of writing 2 is to 3, we can write it in this way, in a fraction form, that is 2 by 3. Done? So 2 by 3, or we call it 2 divided by 3. That is 2 parts for my friend and 3 parts me. Okay? Alright? So this is how we compare parts against another part. Now let's go for proportions. Proportions is used to compare parts against the whole. Suppose this whole pizza that is 5 parts, right? This whole pizza that is 1 pizza is divided into 5 parts. So I'm going to compare with the whole, means the total parts, okay? So how do I write? For my friend, proportion will be 2 parts was eaten by my friend, so I'm going to write as 2 by 5. That is 2 by 5 means out of 5, 2 parts was eaten by my friend, right? And then for me, proportions will be, I've eaten 3 parts, so 3 by 5. That is out of 5 total, I've eaten 3 parts. Done? So that's how we read for the proportions. That is, proportion means it is used to compare parts against the whole. That is the whole pizza, right? This whole 5 parts makes the whole 1 pizza, right? So 5, 2 divided by 5, that is parts against the whole, parts against the whole. And for the ratio, we compare as parts against another part. Okay? Alright? Now that you have learned ratio and proportion. Now, when in this class, we normally use the word ratio and proportions. You will come across this ratio and proportion. You're going to use this ratio and proportions when you go up to higher classes. Okay? So instead of using the word ratio and proportion here, in this lessons, we're going to use the word for every and in every. Okay? So for the ratio, we're going to use, ratio statement, we're going to use as the word as for every, and for proportion will be for in every. So let's use this word, okay? Let's have a look at this another example using this word, okay? For every and in every, okay? So how do we use this word? For example, here I've taken this pattern, okay? So when we look at this pattern, okay, we find that there are 1 circle and then 3 triangles. 1 circle, 3 triangle, 1 circle, and then 3 triangle. That's how the pattern goes, right? 1 circle, 3 triangle, 1 circle, 3 triangle. That means, how do I write for every? How do I use this word for every? For the ratio statement, how do I write is, I write as for every. Know that ratio is for parts to parts, right? Parts to parts. So here in this pattern, I find that there are 1 circle and then 3 triangles, right? So how do I write for this? I use the word as for every 1 circle. For every 1 circle, there are 3 triangles. That is 1 circle, 3 triangle, 1 circle, 3 triangle, 1 circle, 3 triangle. That's how the pattern goes, right? So that's how we use the word for every. For every 1 circle, there are 3 triangles. Or I can also say that for every every 3 triangles, there is how many circles? There is 1 circle. I can either use in this way also, done? So that's how we use for the ratio statement. Now, let's use this word in every for the proportion statement. So how do I write this? Proportion means parts against the whole. So here, I write as 1 in every 4 shapes. That means here in this, here we have, when we look at this pattern, we have 4 shapes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So in every 4 shapes, 1 in every 4 shape is a circle. So 1 in every 4 shape, there is 1 circle. In every 4 shape, there is 1 circle. Done? Or I can also write as 3. Instead of 1 circle, I can write as 3 in every 4 shapes are triangles, right? So 1 in every 4 shapes, total 4 shapes, 1 is a triangle, 1 is a circle, and total 4 shape, 3 are triangles. So that's how we use the word for every and in every for the ratio and the proportion statement. Okay, done? So now let's try to solve some of the questions from your exercise. Let's try this, the first questions from your exercise. That is, the first question, it says 1 in every 3 square. 1 in every 3 square in this pattern is black. In every 3 square. That means there are 3 squares. 3 square. Done? So out of 3, 1 is black here. This is your black. Take it that this square is your black, okay? This is your black square. Done? So here in these questions, according to these questions, one information they have given is 1 in every 3 squares in this pattern is black. Done? Is black. So out of 3, 1 square is black. And then it says the pattern continues in the same way. So the pattern continues like this in the same way. Done? So here it says copy and complete these tables. So this is the tables given. We have to fill these tables. There are some missing numbers are there. Done? We have to find out what number will be there. Okay? What number will go over there. So here, using this pattern, we are going to find out for white squares. Suppose if there are 8 white squares, how many black squares will be there? And here it says black square is given and white square is not given. Here again, black square is missing again. So we have to find out for the black square here and white square here and then black square over here using this pattern, okay? Now when we look at this pattern, we find that for one black square, there are 2 white square, right? And then another when we look at it, here 1 black square, 2 white square, right? That means when there is 1 white square, we have when there is 1 black square, there are 2 white square, right? So, and then what about when there is 2 black square? 2 black square, how many white square is there? 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4, there is 2 black, 4 white square, right? So that means when we look here, we see the difference of 2. 1, 2, and then here another 1, 2. That means we see the difference of 2. That is here first, for the first pattern, 2 white square, and for the next pattern, if we add this next pattern, we get 4 white square, right? That means 2 times of 2, right? So that means to find out for white square, we're going to multiply it by 2, okay? Here, the black square is missing. Here, it says 8 white square. So if there is 8 white square, here, for 4 white square, there are 2 black square, right? 2 black square for 4 white square, right? So for 8 white square, how many black square will be there? So to get these answers, we know that this white square is of 2 times difference, right? 2 times difference. There are 2, 2, 2 difference, right? So to find out for this black square, we're going to divide it with this 8 with this 2. So if we divide it, we get as 4. That is 2, 4 is 8. How come 2, 4 is 8? We know that to make an easy way, let's make it into a table. Okay, this will be for the white and this will be for the black. Okay, for 1 black square, there are 2 white square. And for 2 black square, there are 4 white square. See the difference? Here 2 and double of 2 is 4. Right? Yes, no? And then if we go for 3, means double of 4 will be 6 again. It will go like this, right? 2 times. There's 2 times difference, right? That is 2, double of 2 and double of 4. Double, if we add 2 times again, we get 6, right? The same way for 4, if we write, it will be 8. Right? Yes or no? If you add 2 again with the 6, you get 6, 7, 8. So you get 8, right? So your answer will be 4 black square. Done? Now here, white square is missing and black square is here. So suppose for 6 black square, how many white square will be there? So to get these answers, we know that each time here for this white square, there are two difference, right? 2 times, right? So we will multiply it with 2. So we get 2 6s 12. So there will be 12 white square when there is 6 black square. Done? In the same way, we can go for this 14 also. We know that 2 7 is 14. 2 7 is 14. So we write as 2. Difference is 2, so you just take it as 2 7 14. Done? 2 6 12. 2 4 8. Done? If there is 3 difference, you just multiply it to get the answers. Okay? Alright? So to make it in an easy way, you can arrange this white and black square into a table like this, into a column like this to get the answers. Okay? Alright? Now let's go to the second questions. Okay? Now let's try with the second questions. Let's read the questions first. It says, saved makes green paint. That means he makes a green paint by mixing yellow paint with blue paint. So here he has made green paint by mixing the color of yellow paint and blue paint. Alright? He uses 2 cans of yellow paint. He uses 2 cans of yellow paint. Okay? For every 1 can of blue. That means here he has used 1 can of blue with 2 yellow can to get the color of green. Okay? That is, say it uses for every 1 can of blue paint. Okay? Alright? So that means to get a paint that is green paint, he used a mixed color that is yellow, that is 2 yellow cane and 1 blue cane. Okay? So here it says, Saif uses 8 cans of yellow paint. That means he has used 8 yellow cans, okay, to make enough green paint to decorate his bathroom. Done? So in order to decorate his bathroom, he has used 8 yellow cans, okay? So how many cans of blue paint does he use? We have to find out how many blue cans he has used. Okay, alright? So how do we do here is same way like what I said in the first question. To make it in an easy way, how many blue cans is used? Okay, how do we do is we'll make it into a table. We'll arrange it into a table. That is 1 for yellow, and the other column will be for the blue. Okay, we know that it says here he uses 2 cans of yellow paint for every 1 blue paint, right? So every 1 blue paint, he has used 2 yellow cans. So how do I write? That means for the second, that is, if he used 2 blue cans, that means how many yellow will be there? Double, that is 4, right? That is, the pattern will go like this, yellow, yellow, blue, yellow, yellow, blue. So that means for 1 can is 2, so that means for 2 blue can will be 4, okay? Double, okay? And then for 3 will be how much? 6. It will go on like this. So here we are going to use for the 8 cans. So for 8 cans, how many blue cans he will use? Done? Alright? So how do I find out these answers? We know that the difference is 2 of 2. So that means what I can do is, I'll read as, we know that 2 into 4 is 8. Right? 2 into 4 is 8. So that means your answer is 4. That's how we can use, okay? It says 2 yellow, 1 blue. So 2 yellow, 1 blue. So if I add another blue, another 1 can of blue, that means I need to add 2 yellow cans of yellow cans, right? To get a green color, right? And if I add another 1 blue can, okay, another 1 blue can, I need to add 2 more yellow cans, right? So what about 8? The question is, what about 8? So to find out, if we keep on finding out, the table will go long, right? So instead of going like this, instead of going till up to 4 here, 1, 2, 3, so 3 times of 2 is 6, so 4 times of 2 will be 8. So in this way we can find out. Suppose if it says 16, how do you find out? We know that the difference is 2, so you just multiply it by 2. We know that 2 times of 2, 9 is 2, 8, 2, 8 is 16, right? 2, 8 is 16, so the answers will be of 8. But here the question says it's talking about the 8, so that means the difference is 4. That is, if you multiply by 2, you get 8. That is 2 times of 4 is 8. Alright, so in this way, whatever is easy for you to find, you can find it in any of way, okay? Alright, so here the difference is 2 of 2, 2, 2, 2, it will go on to 2, 2, right? So you just multiply with 2, that is 2, 4 is 8, so that's the answers. So your answers will be 4, you use 4, you uses 4 blue cans. Okay, done? But the easiest way is to make a table and then to get the answers. Easiest way is to make a table to get the answers. Okay, now let's go to the next question. So this question is number 3. Now let's go to this third question. So it says here, a picture of a toy is 1/5 of the size of the real toy. Here I've drawn a pictures of a toy. Okay, now this picture, this big one, is your real toy. Okay, and this is a picture of a toy bought. Alright, it says a picture of a toy, that means it's talking about this, is 1/5, that is 1/5 of the size of this real toy. Okay, a picture of a toy, that is this picture, is 1/5 of the size of this real toy. So if the toy is 5 centimeter high in the picture, that means if this height of this toy is 5 centimeter, how high is the real toy? How high is the real toy? So we're going to find out the height of this real toy. It says 1/5 of the real toy, right? This picture is a 1/5 of this real toy, right? So to find out this height of this real toy, actually the height of this picture toy is already given as toy board. That is, the picture of this toy board is given as 5 centimeter already. We have to find out the height of this real toy. Height of the real toy. So to find out for the height of the real toy, what we can do is, we know that this size of this picture is 1/5 of this size, right? So to find out the size of this bigger one, what we can do is 1/5 means we read as 1 divided by 5. So to get the answers of the big size, we have to follow this inverse operation 1. That is, we know that inverse, that is, opposite of divide is multiply. So to get the answers for this real toy, we're going to multiply by 5. So multiplied by 5, it is 5 times of this picture of this toy. That is, the height of this toy is 5 centimeter already given, right? As 5 centimeter. So you multiply 5 times with this 5 centimeter. So if you multiply, you get the answers as 5 into 5. We know that it's 25 cm. So that means the height of this real toy is 25 cm. Okay, know that 1/5, okay, will be read as 1 divided by 5. So 1 divided by 5. So opposite of divide is multiply. So here we have multiplied. Okay, that is 5 times of 5 is 25. That's how we find out the height of this real toy. Okay, now let's go to this next question. That is question number 4. Now let's do this last 2 questions, that is 4 and 5, okay? Now question number 4, it says, Zara is making a sauce. She uses 5 tomatoes for every 1 liter of sauce. So let's make a table to understand better. So we have 5 tomatoes for 1 liter of sauce. To make 1 liter of sauce, she is using 5 tomatoes, okay? Now here the question says, how many liters of sauce can she make from 15 tomatoes? That means from 15 tomatoes, how many liter of sauce she can make? And then here number B says, how many tomatoes does she need for 2 liters of sauce? So 1 liter of sauce, she's using 5 tomatoes. So for 2 liters, how many tomatoes she will use? That is 5 times, you add 5 more, you get 10, right? That means for 2 liters of sauce, she will need 10 tomatoes. So what about here? It says for 15 tomatoes. So let's find out for 3 liters, what will be the answers? You add 5 more, you get 15, right? That means For 1 liter of sauce, she is using 5 tomatoes, right? So for 2 liters will be double of 5, that will be 10, right? And then for another 3 liter will be how much? You add 5 more, you get 15, right? So the answers for this A is to use, he can make, that is 3 liters of sauce she can make using this 15 tomatoes. Done? So this will be your 3 answers, 3 liters. Done? And then here it says, how many tomatoes does she need for 2 liters of sauce? So for 2 liters, how many tomatoes she needs? Zara, that is 10. 10 tomatoes. Done? So that's how we find the answers, okay? Basis, make a table to get the answers. Alright? Now let's go to this last one. It says, here is a bead pattern. So this is your bead pattern, okay? For every 1 purple bead, there are 4 green beads. So this, take it that this one is your purple beads, okay? And these are your green beads. Green, okay? So here, for every 1 purple, there are 4 green beads. 1 purple, 4 green beads. 1 purple, 4 green beads. Okay, that's how the pattern goes. It says, draw beads pattern to match this description. So here the questions is given. We are going to read these questions and then draw a pattern. Okay, now here we're going to draw the beads. Okay, so here it says, for every 1 black beads, 3 beads are white. So how do we use this? So I'm going to draw here. It says, for every 1 black beads, that means there will be 1 black beads, 3 beads are white. So the rest 3 beads will be white. So 1 black, 3 white beads. That's how it will go, okay? Alright? So 1 black beads, for every 1 black beads, there are 3 beads white. 1 black beads, 3 beads white. Done? So that's how we're going to make, okay? Now here, this will be your A answers. And B answers is, it says, in every 3 beads, 1 is white. That means there will be 3, in every 3 beads, 1 is white. So in these 3 beads, 1 beads will be white. So let's make it this one white and this remaining as black. Okay? Alright? So in every 3 beads, 1 is white. So 1 out of 3 total, 1 will be white and the rest will be black. Or any color. 1 white, black. 1 white, 2 black. That's how the pattern will go on, okay, using the beads. Alright, so that's how we use this ration proportions question, that is using the word for every and in all the questions to get answers. Alright, so that's all for today. If you have any doubt, kindly do give me a call or you can text me if there is any doubt in any of the questions, okay? So thank you for listening. See you in the next video.